Hello, 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 everyone. How are you all? Hopefully, you're doing well. Though we'll do one little thing of, or try to at least, of, we're gonna go try and pick up Reaper. I know I didn't start as early as I really wanted to. I had a lot of issues getting logged in. Of course, probably so are a lot of other people, including maybe yourselves. The killer instinct. The fluster attendant is in urgent need of someone with a knack for chasing off ruffians. You there, you're the fighting sort. Yes, and by the looks of it, one of no mean skill. My employer is in desperate need of a woman of your talents. You see, he's been beset by threats from an unsavory group of thugs known as the Lemures. Their leader demands my master part with some of his considerable wealth, or, well, I'll just tell you that they call her the Reaper and leave the rest to your imagination. We don't intend to acquiesce to these churlish demands without a fight, and a stout arm by our side would go far to ensure our survival. Your arm, perhaps. In case the opportunity to perform a good deed isn't enticement though, or isn't enticement enough, please be reminded that my master possesses considerable wealth. If you would aid us, come with haste to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We'll make our stand against these brutes. Yeah, that's not the browser I used for that. But I felt like I did pretty good getting in uh, last night after the servers went live. Ah, you, I know why you're here, and if you mean to lay a finger on my coin purse, you'll have to pry it from my cold, lifeless. She's a friend. This adventurer has agreed to help. We'll show the Reaper what her empty intimidations are worth. I see. My apologies, madam. Tensions have been high as of late, as I'm sure you can understand. For reasons that elude me, these Lumeros have made my life a waking nightmare. Sight unseen, they've demanded I begin paying them for the luxury of my own life. Rumors abound of their origins. Some say they are detritus of some barbaric nation. They flaunt our laws and threaten their betters with impunity. They're led by a dead-eyed killer who draws her scythe the smallest slight. Refuse their payments of coin, and she takes her share of your lifeblood instead. Rubbish, I say. The Reaper is not but a toothless bandit. Interesting theory you have there. Care to test it? You're the Reaper. Oh, you're a perceptive one, ain't you? Suppose that's how you came to be in possession of so many shiny things. And what do we have here? Hiring more help while our ledgers remain unbalanced? You wouldn't be trying to wiggle your way out of paying us for a job well done, would you? My, how do you keep the lies straight? You didn't tell your hired muscle here what great friends we were? So great, in fact, that you trusted none other than me and mine to put the scare into your competition? A job we were happy to do. You can't find your fortune in this fair city without stepping over a few bodies on the way. After all, but as flexible as our morals are, I'm afraid without the coin to bend them, we only have one recourse, unless... one does wonder how you found yourself with a bodyguard of such uncommon metal. Aye, not an ounce of fear in that gaze, and not a mote of puffed up arrogance either. This last, my dear, is the genuine article. She has what we in the mercenary trade call the killer instinct. How's this? For the sake of our long-standing friendship, well, I'll make it simple. Allow me to take this adventure off your hands and the debt is forgiven. What? That's all? I believe this is what them in their trade call a bargain. As for you, adventurer, it seems you've been made a free agent, but if you're so inclined to put those instincts of yours to use, come and visit our headquarters in Pearl Lane. The door's open. So in other words, she's like, well, release her from contract, send her my way. And we're square. The boss told me you'd be along, coming in. She's got her feet propped up on the desk quite nicely. Boss, the guest of honors arrived. Ah, the champion of Eorzea deigns to appear before me. I have heard all about you. It's hard not to in this line of work. The stories paint you as ferocity incarnate, a force of nature few have survived. Well, I guess that's good. Peace, friend. I've no desire to put the killer to the proof personally. I don't have a death wish. You can call me Drusilla. I'm a Reaper, one of many, and the leader of this little family here. As to why I invited you into our home, there's a job I'd like you to take care of for me. Depends on the job. Now, don't you worry. That virtuous heart of yours, I wouldn't ask you to do so much as bend the law. This job is purely the benefit of your fellow man. All you have to do is kill one for me, though perhaps kill ain't the right word, seeing as he's already dead. You'd not be chasing after ghosts either, if that's your worry. Just avoid using some poor sap's body as a vessel to unleash its singular brand of wickedness upon the world. It won't be an easy task. The evil driving this monster is black as the void and near as deep. Countless souls have succumbed to its hunger. Worthy prey for one inclined to rogues, don't you think? Can't face it as you are, though. Storied as your strength may be, I'll need you to train you in techniques. Techniques that'll let you pierce the void and slaughter its kin. Keep talking. That's some sort of... Oh, it's a circlet that she... Don't see many Garleans in UL'DAH, do you? Let alone ones as savage as this. Save your sorrow gasps. I'm not out of surprises yet. Hold your hand out to the crystal here. If you're made of the stuff I think you are, then you're in for a treat. That's it. I knew you had what it takes. This would be an avatar, a manifestation of your essence and the Stygian power of the void on the other side. A void sin to which, if you so choose, you will bind to yourself. I don't sound like a real bright idea. Not at all. You'll gain skills unlike anything you've ever known. Skills that have allowed people like me to operate in the shadows and kill those that need killing since time immemorial. And your first assignment, should you walk this path, is to use the power of one void sin against another for the betterment of the realm. Your reward will be the wisdom of countless generations of Garlean assassins. But if siding with my kind makes your stomach turn, then take your indignation and piss off. Thought of having one foot in the void twists your guts worse. And if you've any concern with the sanctity of your soul, then take your virtue and piss off. However, if you're in one of the aforementioned objections and you don't mind walking the knife's edge twixt life and death, then you'll have the tools to see your justice done and done right every time. This is your choice you must make, and soon every moment your quarry stalks the land is another opportunity for you to do harm. It's like, wait a minute, why can't I... Take you've come to the decision, am I right? There'll be no turn away once you've chosen mind you. You'll dance with death and return as its envoy, or you won't return at all. So what will it be? I'll dance. Very good, let's not waste time. Take up this crystal and test of both worlds, that you walk as a reaper, bind yourself to the void, and claim the strength that the weak of heart shun. Through the avatar at your side does the void scent bring its power to bear, feeding upon the souls of the fiends you cut down and return. Not a bad arrangement, huh? But I'm sure you're tired of words. Here, the traditional weapon of our order. Let's see how it looks strapped to your back. Reaper unlocked. Insufficient space. Let's see. Let's create some space here then. Soul gauge unlocked. Has a mission in mind for fledgling reapers. How do you find the weight of this scythe in your hands, please? And I hope now that we have a bit more in common, it's time we became better acquainted. What's the name of our newest reaper? Illusion, Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but so it is with the Orsian names. With every new one I learn, one more is forgotten. Yours can replace after our little conversation. He'll give us a wide berth. Anyway, we've more worthwhile concerns than shifty merchants, namely getting you converse well and proper in the tricks of our trade, and the best way to do that is through battle. One of the families having trouble with a particularly vexing fiend and has sent word to Skin for assistance. He goes by the name of Energus, and he's stationed out near Cutter's Cry. Not much of a fighter, but he's got a keen mind for trade, and can find a needle in a stack of needles if need be. We'd best hurry before he ends up at the bottom of some monster's gullet. Cutter's Cry. That's Central THANALAN, if I remember correctly. Been a long time since I've done that. I haven't unlocked it on this character yet, but Boss, who's this? Are you sure we should be getting an outsider involved? Thank you for your discretion. Her nerves, but it ain't needed. She has a personal contract with me, so consider her a mercenary in service to the family. Whatever you'd say in front of me, you can say in front of her. By your will, boss, the Chimera has been making these sands a living hell for anyone who dares to wander into its territory. It should be us, since our trade route cuts right through it. Men I've hired to carry my goods are scared to death, and I can't blame them. None of us are fit for monster hunting, so I sent for you. We'll see what we can do. You might want to find a rock to hide behind, though. Chimeras aren't known for being the most discriminating of beasts. Time to put your new skills to good use. Although I really probably should take a look at the actions of the traits here. That can go away. That can be moved up. That's AoE there. That's my range skill. Another AoE skill. Okay, that's combos with that. Okay. Get on with that when you draw out the Chimera with the Myrmidon meat. Now, to custom yourself the Reaper's tools, harvest the souls of the fallen to call forth your avatar. Oh god, it's Caspar. Got a little too close there. Okay, that's a little odd. Okay, so yeah, it's a little finicky. Seal yourself. Visually, it's a really cool looking class. I screwed up my combo there. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Bloody impressive work, that. I knew there was something about you, but truth be told, I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that chimera. I reckon even I might be hard-pressed to match that display. You know talent when you see it, boss, and with that, the ceruleum will flow once more. Among his many roles, Arnagis is a merchant of sorts. He sells ceruleum at a price that'd make those gill pinchers at Emulgina and Sons bulk, but still turns a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with demand despite the occasional beast or two butting into our affairs. All thanks to you, boss, and our countrymen up north, of course. Here's getting back to business as usual. Ceruleum ain't easy to come by, as you well know. Emulgina and Sons protects their monopoly with a gilded fist. But they've yet to force the impartial stragglers up north out of the market. Now, before you go run off to the flames, let me assure you that this arrangement is entirely above board. Selling goods to Imperials is forbidden by law. But there's never a word writ about buying from them. I know you Origins like to call Garleans by all sorts of colorful names and bastards, tyrants, invaders, and we've all got all those and worse. But while many a foul deed has been committed for the glory of the Empire, we ain't megalomaniacs to a man. Even amongst the purebloods, those that serve don't always do so by choice. Could be argued we're all casualties of the great machine's ambition. No small number of the Empire's troops would return home in a heartbeat if they could. But the world being what it is, most settle for sending their family what few coins they can't afford to part with. Most Eorzeans wouldn't suffer a whit of color to complicate their black and white view, but if you're going to fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, long before the Empire, our forebears lived in Locus and Manus down in southern Illabard. With temperate climates and fertile earth, the land provided many of us were but simple farmers, harvesting abundant crops with the self-same sights the reapers would eventually yield. But gifts are ever the object of envy. When not tilling the fields, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Every year they yielded a few more ilms, and some 800 years ago now they were driven from Locus and Manus completely. They fled north to the frozen region that would become Garlemald. Even there, they fought tooth and nail for the scant resources of that frigid land. From the fires of hardship were the first magic devices forged, and with innovation upon innovation, that humble group of farmers grew into an insatiable empire. But before that miraculous twist of fate, we were a dying breed, bereft not only of magic but of hope itself. With no natural advantages to speak of, our mere survival was in question. From harsh necessity were the Reapers born. We turned our tools to weapons and struck a bargain with the Whispers in the dark. With the Void's power, we could strike at an army's beaten heart, slay their generals, and throw the rank and file into disarray. Our way is to end battles before the sparks catch, to sacrifice the ones for the many, to keep One for the many, to keep avaricious hands away from family, friends, and lovers. Now this power belongs to you. Remember our story. Remember what drives a woman to turn to the void, and you'll not be led into deeper temptations. Our work here is done. I'll see you back at headquarters. Either way, long. Either way, it's a long run. Yep, let me in, let me in, let me in. For your first outing, you did good. I think you've earned the right to know just who this lot you've thrown yourself in with is. You might have gathered this yourself, but the Lemurs were formed to support those Guardians who are living in exile. It ain't easy to be far from home, let alone in a place where most would sooner gut you than offer a helping hand. Off, the only place to make a living is in the shadowy corners that lie outside the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers or sisters, Trevor, but know this, I do expect you to apply yourself to this job. In the meantime, I'll be working with the family to ascertain the whereabouts of our prey. I expect that site to be like the extension of your own body when next we speak. Level 73 is the next quest. Okay. Well, to more donuts then. Teleport.